Welcome back to Responsibly Unhinged. It's your girls, Kylie Kaiser.
And Quinn Collins.
And we have a very lovely guest in the studio today. You guys have heard us talk about her. I feel like we fangirl over you on here often. Mm-hmm. So not a comedian, but a very funny, very sweet, very talented lady. Welcome, producer Courtney.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you. This is, you're usually behind the camera, so putting you in front of the camera, how are we feeling?
Not having any responsibilities during this podcast, I don't know what
you have to do with your hands.
What do I do with my hands?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. But no, it'll be good. It'll be fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, so a few of our listeners might remember we've talked about a little bit of how we know you and everything, but why don't you give a share for anyone that might just find this podcast elsewhere? Who are you? What do you do? Why are you producer Courtney? What's your thing?
Yeah, this is my worst nightmare. My
What's your elevator pitch?
Courtney. I live in Nashville. I produce podcasts. I'm kind of, I guess I started as a podcast producer, but it's kind of morphed into like creative director role kind of, because it started as podcasts and now I do some vlogs for people and just all sorts of video content and just kind of high level stuff. And it's been crazy how it's evolved. So
yeah.
It's awesome to look back and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you got into, I think you were telling me, video, were you in videography stuff first or did that come after?
Yeah, I've done just about everything. My favorite thing to do is like accept to do something before I know how to do it and then learn how to do it before it is the time to do it. So I started, when I found out I was pregnant, I decided I didn't want to work like a full-time job.
Yeah.
And so I said, I'm going to start filming weddings. And so got on Facebook and found some people and started doing that. Thankfully, I was working for a company that offered 12 months of unpaid maternity leave.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And that really was a game changer for me to be able to start filming weddings while I was pregnant and then take that year off and grow my business and say that's my backup plan to be able to go back if I have to. But never had to look back, started filming weddings and then kind of got into podcasts, music videos, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've done some cool music video stuff. That's exciting.
Yeah, that was crazy. I applied for a job on Facebook Jobs that ended up being, turning into me filming JellyRoll's video for Save Me in 2020, I think. So I think it's coming up. We're probably really close to like the 5-year mark now. And
That's awesome.
That was a big project. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's cool. He's you have a really cool video up online about that he sent you. Was that his like gold thing? Is that what you guys sent?
Yeah,
What did
he
send?
got a platinum plaque for that. So
Yeah.
I have a platinum plaque in my office and that's a cool accomplishment.
That's really cool.
I love
Yeah.
having that wall art. It's nice.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's sick. Courtney is just an all around badass.
It is interesting. I feel like the kind of like a lot of the girlies I know that are more like, tech savvy and the kind of behind the scenes. And I don't know. I kind of get this like vibe from you that you probably, I wouldn't like hold it like against you. But like a lot of those, they always did like the stop motion videos. You know what I'm talking about?
The OG
like
YouTube
song,
to
like,
the songs.
Yeah, like Kesha songs.
I don't want to talk about it.
Knew it.
It exists somewhere hidden in a
There
file.
are
my
videos
ESP.
on YouTube that
Are they
I
all
could
hidden
never
unlisted now?
No, I forgot my password. They're still listed. That's why
That's the
That's why I
word.
don't use my last name because you could go find them. Like,
Just like where the side sweat bangs with like the stop motion.
oh yeah, I
You
did
give
that.
like you were emo girl vibes. I sensed
was.
that.
I
yeah.
never had the patience for the stop motion videos. Like immediately, my friend Bronte, growing up, she was like very much like into it, and I'd be like, "Good for you." I don't
Yeah.
Your
can't do it.
dedication. Like you had to really spend the time.
The patience of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Ugh.
like a start though. It's like, well, if you have the patience for that, you're because editing and running like all of this kind of stuff for the podcast, like shout out to Pat. It's a thing, it's a time consuming thing.
Yeah, I feel like it was one of those things that I made videos as a kid, and then I like got into high school and stopped. And you forget how much you really like the things that you did as a kid.
Yeah.
Like as a grown up,
I love
if
that.
you're looking for a hobby, the best thing that you can do is, what did I like to do as a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, making videos. Oh, now I get to do that for my job. Oh, that's the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
Like
Quinn's
I love
gonna
it
leave
so
here and bite a
much.
couple people.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite some.
It's like, you know what? I should get back to that.
I should be a vampire again.
Yeah, there
I
you
loved
go.
that shit.
Didn't you tell people you were a vampire at one point?
All through like 6th or 7th grade. I can't remember which one.
That's on brand.
But not even like I've said it before. Like, it wasn't even like a cool like Twilight type
Yeah.
vampire. I like wanted to be. It was like Nosferatu. Like, I remember I listened to The Cure because I had my dad's iPod Nano. It was his Apple Music. And it was just like, for some reason, I guess I just thought it was like the World Wide Web instead of his personal collection of songs. I remember in the car and I was like, yeah, I don't know if you've heard this band. I've been really into them. They're called The Cure. And he goes, no, tell me more about them. And then
From
like
his iPod.
yeah, literally his library, but I like mansplained The Cure to my dad. So
Okay, you listened to The Cure once, then you're like, I'm dyeing my hair black, and now I am a vampire.
shout out to my dad for the Deftones being on there, I guess.
Yeah.
Listening to your dad's music growing up is like such a core memory.
It is.
Like Green Day and Nickelback on
Jimmy
repeat
Buffett.
over and
It was
over.
the Jimmy Buffett to the Deftones like
Yeah.
jump that I was like, oh, Eugene's lived a life.
And see, for me, it was like I'm sure this isn't a surprise to you, as we'll get into our crossover of how we became friends a little bit. But my dad, it was just like only like Alan Jackson, Toby Keith, George Strait.
Yeah.
Like it was like I grew up in a country only household, which kind of actually meshed. It is still something now. It's like very nostalgic to me. Like I've gotten back into country music a lot lately, and I really went away from it once I moved to Nashville and worked in country music. I like kind of got over it, and then I didn't listen to it for like 6 years. And now it's like it has that same kind of thing you were saying. It's like you start listening to it, and you're just like, this is me in the truck with my dad. It's kind of like just like a thing. But I also feel like I rebelled it a little bit because of that. Like it's like I went to school, and then like I literally did not know there was other music until I like went to school, where I was old enough to talk to my older siblings who were listening to like The Offspring and ICP and stuff. So there was like no in between. It's like I was either listening to Reba with my parents, or I was hiding in my sister's room listening to Insane Clown
There
Posse.
really was just such a stretch of country music, genuinely from like
90s, 2000s country.
But there's like this stretch from like, I don't know, like maybe 2000, because it was like whenever I was with my ex, he loved country music. I just didn't. I wasn't really with it. From like 2008, 2018
to like bro country came out.
Yeah,
it
like
was
from 2018 to like 2021-ish, it kind of just sucked.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I said. I moved
Just
to
pop
Nashville.
country.
I still liked a lot of it in like probably 08 to 2013, but it was kind of still listening to a lot of the older stuff, or the older artists that were just still putting stuff out. But then I got to Nashville in 2016, and it was just a rapid decline. Like I was like, I hated this for
Once
years.
Sturgill Simpson and like Tyler Childers, they kind of started blowing up.
Yeah.
Country music kind of like resurfaced. Like people were trying harder than just like having, you know, a rap song about fucking in your truck.
Yeah, and it's like even the artists who had like all the classics kind of went on a weird trail. It's like I used to love Blake Shelton so much, and then all of a sudden stuff he was putting out, I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like where Austin is, go back to that. Like, you know, like that song is a banger. Yeah. So
Well, fuck Blake Shelton for turning Gwen Stefani into a Republican.
yeah.
And she's a country accent now. She's a Holla Batgirl on some fucking award show with a country accent. You're from California.
Yeah.
You silly, silly bitch.
You holler back girl. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now she's a holla. Now she's a
Now
holla
she's
back
in a holler.
yeah, holler. No, that's actually great. Turn holla back.
Now
to
she's in a
back.
holler throwing it back.
I something embarrassing about me. I cried when Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert got divorced.
It was a bummer, huh?
It was a bummer. They made sense to me. And they both, I think, had affairs with their current spouses to get together. So I was like, you know, you might as well see it through.
Yeah.
What a shock that they ended in cheating.
He met his original wife.
Yeah.
He like cheated on Miranda or cheated on
With Miranda. And Miranda cheated on her fiance with him, I think.
No,
At
you'll
that
fix
same
him,
time.
girl.
Yeah, you'll fix him. Yeah, because didn't he cheat with Gwen? I'm just putting the tea out on our very public podcast, you know. They'll definitely hear this.
Yeah. I don't really give a fuck. I think
Yeah, I got
they're all
past
annoying.
that. Yeah, a lot of the country music people disappointed me this year, but that's neither here nor there. But speaking of country roots, I don't know. I don't think I've told a lot of stories on here about like working with you and you helping us, and you know when you were obviously behind the camera for us, we mentioned and shouted you out. So some of you all may just remember that. But I met Courtney because I was in a meet and greet line for Shannon Ford, like when Justine and I went to the live show. My mom had got me that for my birthday, and I had just days before that had another listener message me that was from my hometown, and she was like, you know, producer Courtney is from our area, which as we talked about on here, nobody's fucking ever heard of.
Nope.
So I definitely sounded like a stalker. It was just that instant, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And yeah, then Courtney just wanted to come stay on my couch and get drunk in Austin sometime, and here we are, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But what was your, like, how did you end up, I guess, just like, when did you decide that you wanted to leave that, like a small town like that? Because I feel like we're all three originally small town girlies, and I feel like there's like that moment when you just wanted to leave, and you ended up in Nashville right after that, right?
Yeah.
You didn't go anywhere to a bigger place in Ohio first. Like I did Dayton, then Nashville.
I did Dayton for one
Did you?
semester in
Okay.
college. I did I had to finish my last semester at the main campus in Dayton, but then after that I left. There's no privacy in a small town, and I cannot handle that. There's always like everybody knows what you're doing, who you're hanging out with, and like it was just so toxic to me that I had to run. I was like, I have to get the hell out of here.
I feel that.
I literally graduated college and up and left the week that I graduated. I moved.
Yeah.
Moved
Did
to
you
Nashville.
go to Wright State too then? Is that where you went as well? Cool. Yeah. So we both did that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wow. So you just won there, and then you booted it off to Nashville.
Yep. Got my associate's degree and said, peace out.
Yeah. And when was that? How old were you?
I was 18.
18. Yeah. Damn. You got out way faster than me. I stayed till 2024.
Yeah. I graduated high school early. I graduated when I was 16. I was like, I hate
That's
it here.
crazy.
I was like, I fucking hate it here. And yeah, it was stupid. It was smart and stupid because when you're 18 and you're supposed to be figuring out, like you're an adult, like you just went to college. Now you're 18 and you're out doing stuff. First off, you can't drink for a couple more years. So you're pretty bored. And then like after college, you're supposed to know what you're going to do with your life. And it just felt very overwhelming at the time.
Were you done with your associates then by 18? That's nuts.
It was crazy.
That's crazy. How did you graduate so early? Just smarty pants?
3-year high school. I took extra classes my junior year and I was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
That's dedication to the game. Yeah.
I said, I gotta go join the workforce and make money. I had a single mom. So like I was working 3 jobs in high school. Like I paid my own bills and I was like, I want to go be on my own and do my own stuff, earn my own money, do my own thing.
Yeah.
So.
That's fair. Yeah. You had a single mom, you said?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That probably helped you, I guess, like with your own mom accomplishments. Like you weren't having to raise your kid by yourself or anything, but that's I'm sure that instilled a lot of that motherhood strength in you because you're a tough bitch.
Thank you. Yeah, I can use a drill better than most men.
Yeah.
Like I'm the oldest daughter, so I'm also the oldest son. So if there's anything that needs done in the house, it is me that does it. So like,
how many siblings do you have?
I have one younger brother.
Okay.
That's funny. He is a brother.
He's a bitch. So like
Quinn just has a sister, and so she's her dad's son.
Yeah, my dad calls me his favorite son.
Yeah.
I get that. I think my dad feels the same way.
That's funny. How much younger is your brother?
He is 5 years younger than me.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Does he still live in Ohio?
Yeah, he still lives with my mom.
Wow.
Surprise.
Okay. So he's still there. Damn. He did not run away the same way.
No, the youngest always is the baby.
That is actually fun. My little brother still lives with my parents right now too.
Youngest son is the worst thing that you can do for a man.
Yeah.
Having him be the youngest.
That's
you gotta
so
have
real.
you gotta have a daughter at the bottom.
Yeah.
Otherwise they turn out like a piece of shit.
That makes sense. That's actually, wow, that's such a good theory. I'm like thinking about all the youngest sons that I know.
Yeah. Youngest and only son.
Yeah.
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 Because
My
the other
boyfriend's
thing
an
is
only
they love
child.
to bring up how like they love to bring up they have all sisters. The worst men I've ever met in my life.
Oh,
love
yeah.
to
So
bring
not
up.
necessarily only children, but ones that they're the only son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men that have all sisters love to bring up that they are the only boy and I have like 4 sisters. So it's just like know how to treat women. You don't. That's what's crazy.
There's a New Girl plot line about this where it's like the guy coach is they all are getting so annoyed by him all the time because he's just always like anytime they're having women problems, he's like, well, they're like, we know you fucking had sisters, and he's the biggest player out of all of them, but that's always the thing. He's like, yeah, but I have sisters.
They almost take notes of like the guys that broke their sisters' hearts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what's crazy is they will beat those guys' asses and they like want to protect their sisters, but then I'm like, you're doing this to everyone else too.
Yeah.
You know? Like I thought about I clocked a guy with that one time. I don't think it made any difference, but I was just like, would you want somebody to be doing this to your sister? He's like, no. And I was like, oh, okay, but for me it's fine.
I don't think they really give a shit.
No. They might give a shit, but only about her.
Yeah.
You would hope anyways, at least. But I don't know. So you had a shortened high school experience, but we still shared a lot of those same crossovers about niche experiences.
Drive your tractor to school day.
Drive your tractor to school day. That's why I said, I was like, Justine always jokes. She's like, you're from a different Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because she grew up in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's never heard of where we're from, and she's from Ohio.
No.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because you weren't technically Mercer County, but you were you? Was it? Okay, for some reason.
Mercer County. It was the number one underage drinking county
the fact
in the
that
United
we all
States.
know that is
but like,
crazy.
hey guys, that just means that we're the best at getting caught.
That's what I was saying.
Hey, not a flex.
They like celebrated.
yeah,
I remember it passed Orange County, and it was like a big deal because it was always Orange County. And I remember literally kids coming to school and being like, "We beat Orange County," and I was like, "This is not a flex."
Yeah. You guys are so stupid.
Yeah, God's country and teenage alcoholic country. That's what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all were saying God's country way before that just blew up. Now, like I heard that my whole life growing up, like which is
Probably
fun.
why he posted it.
It could be. I was like, I thought people always think that's like the Bible Belt of Tennessee is like where people like say that about. But I was like, people have been saying that about fucking Mercer County, Ohio, my whole life. Which, to be fair, there is a Catholic church on every corner directly across from a bar.
It's crazy. They go hard.
Did you go to bars while you were that age?
One of my first jobs was at a bar when I was 15.
Yeah.
I cooked in the back of a bar.
Yeah. That's hilarious. I know. I was
That's
like, I have had underage people literally like serving me at the bar when I go back home, and I'm like, this is like, it's like, but when you're growing up there, you like I did not think I did not know that's not how everywhere operated. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like when I left, like I remember going to college and everybody like wanting to get fakes and stuff like that, and I was just like, I've been going to bars already for 3 years.
Yes.
Quinn, if I ever for some reason bring you to my hometown, this place, I don't even know if they still do. They had this drink that was called a legal joint, and it was not anything THC related, but you just felt like you got that fucked up. Like you would drink, like they had, I'm pretty sure they set up a rule about it. I think they like didn't let girls order more than 2 or 3 because it was a nightmare.
Oh, like the margaritas at Donata?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
You been to Donata? Ooh, we'll go next time you're here.
Yeah, it is good. I haven't had one of those.
We'll go to, I go to Little Easy again now.
There was a place in Dayton.
I walked out of that job.
Oh yeah, a little easy.
I'll go back now. It's not the same people. It's the worst turnover of any place I've ever seen.
I have noticed that. I've heard of I've seen like a couple different people on Instagram say they started working there and then be like, I don't work there anymore.
Yeah, it's a little brutal.
It's kind of expensive. Too.
But they get you fucked up.
Yeah,
I mean,
the drinks were good.
The drinks are good, but they're like $15 for like the frozens.
Yeah.
But like,
They are strong at least.
and they're happy hour fucks.
Yeah.
So
I wish I could remember. There was this place in, I think, is it Elsa's? That's where, I don't know. There was this Mexican restaurant place in Dayton actually that everybody went to, and they had this like specific bad ones. They sold bad ones there. That's what they were called. Was their margarita that was like that? They didn't let anyone order more than 2.
But is like the liquid joints that liquid marijuana or no?
No, I don't know what it was. Honestly, it was some orange juice tasting grenadine ass thing, but it was so strong. I have no clue what liquor was in that.
It was like jungle juice.
Yeah, like adios motherfucker. Like it just a mix of so many things.
I know it had multiple liquors in it. They had it in a machine. Mm-hmm. It was like one of those draft pours.
Oh fuck yeah!
They were frozen, I think. I feel like if I
recall. Fucking anything on draft will usually get me fucked all the way up.
What was that thing you used to drink on draft? Didn't you used to drink an old fashioned from a draft?
Yeah, fucking Violet Crown.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The fucking
I don't think they do it anymore.
They probably shouldn't.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hey, Violet Crown, count your fucking days or put it actually back on. But and it was like $11.
Yeah.
But it was like $11 for this draft old fashioned, and it was like pretty much just liquor. And like, I mean, granted, that's what an old fashioned is, but I don't know what the.
Did they at least pour it in like an old fashioned glass, or is that coming to you in like a
came
draft
in an
glass?
old-fashioned
Okay, I was gonna say like that would be crazy.
There was one time I was there with like a guy, and we ordered them, and then he was like, "We'll get this," and then we were like, it was like one of the Jordans, but no, but he was like, I had just gotten it was when I first found out about the first dates thing, like the live taping. So let's go celebrate. And he's like, let's get these. And then like, we'll get 2 shots. And they won't let you get the old fashioned and a shot at the same time.
Yeah.
But technically you can't serve more than like 3 ounces. Like that's a rule. But yeah, they're like, you can like, I don't know. They're weird. They like pace you on those.
Yeah.
As they should. But
this is definitely not what it was. I've seen this. Yeah. I was just reading it. I was like, I know it, or at least it wasn't blue. I remember it was like orange and red. So I don't know. I have had this before though. That shit is good. This stuff is good. It's funny now though, because there's so many places that actually serve THC drinks. I feel like they have to rebrand all these drinks because otherwise it's very confusing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. We were all together this weekend. We had some fun. We had Quinn's headlining show at the Velveeta Room. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I did 33 minutes, which...
Hell yeah.
It was so good.
it felt good. I felt good about it. I did some new stuff. It was like one of those things is like stuff I kind of like always want to say or don't have enough time, or stuff I don't want to isolate because it's like it has to be bounced off of something else. So being able to just flow through 33 minutes like felt something about doing 30 minutes felt easier than 15.
I feel that. Yeah.
Because it was just like I have so much stuff I've written in the last 5 years that I've used stuff I haven't used in a while. I've brought stuff back that I like feel more comfortable in. Like there's some stuff I got rid of for a while from when I was clean that I brought back. Like my joke about speaking in tongues.
Yeah.
That was one of my first jokes I ever wrote, and then like have rewritten it since. But and it was just cool. Like sometimes like I get like stuck in my head about certain things, but just the friends I have in the scene that like did it, like, and they were like so cool. Like Nick Murphy's Netflix just dropped today or yesterday.
That's sick.
And like when I was like, hey, I'm doing like a Quinn and Friends, and he just, I'll be there.
That's awesome.
Like he could have been doing any fucking thing else.
Yeah.
So it's like just cool that like I've just developed this relationship, and like comedy has showed up like that, and like these people that I admire like were like, yeah, let me fucking waste my time at your and Friends. So like it was really good, and like of course like Pat Dean like was just barking, like Esther's Foley's let out, so it ended up being like a packed out
cool,
show.
Yeah.
So it was
awesome.
it was really great, and then all the people that stayed to the end were like staying. So it's like everyone was like,
you didn't have a lot of people
there.
walking. I have seen that a lot when he brings in the people from that. That a lot they leave a lot.
They're usually too fucked up.
Yeah, they're either too fucked up, or that is a very like liberal forward place. So sometimes depending what the lineup is that they get brought into at Velv, they're like, or a lot of times they're older.
Some of the people that walked out, I was like, oh thank God.
Yeah, but
like I didn't want them there for my set anyway.
I'm at Velv is probably where I'm like. I mean, we both do Velv a lot. Like it's where I'm at the most, I think, besides Roscoe's, and I've rarely seen that many people from Esther's stay, to be honest. So that was awesome.
It was a pretty good. I think it was a curated lineup for people to enjoy.
Yeah,
and there was no one there's like really shocking.
Yeah,
I wasn't one of those.
You had a bunch of just funny sweeties on there.
Dude, Brent Reed
murdered
dude.
Always.
Oh,
yeah,
cleaned up.
He did. I was like, literally, like, we left, and Peter was like, he's like, that guy's funny as fuck. I was like, I and an angel.
Yeah, I think everyone did pretty freaking well.
They did. It was good. I don't feel like there was like really a lot of like where it was just like, ooh, this is weird. Like, you know, that
it was
feeling.
A good crowd. I was pretty stoked.
Yeah, they were good. Even at the beginning when it wasn't as full yet, they were like very engaged. And then as the room got fuller, that always just helps the energy. I'd
rather do stand up in front of a room of 11 people that are super engaged and love comedy than a room of, because I've done rooms where it's like 60 people
and they don't want to fucking be there.
They either just killing time before they have to go somewhere else, or like
barked in drunk.
They got or they're like, oh, I'm just here until I have to be at like the ship and at like 10, like, and they're just like brutal. And I've done shows where it's like 60 people like that, where you're just like, okay.
I've had more fun in 10-person rooms than 50-person rooms for sure sometimes.
That's why I like East Austin.
Me too. Yeah, it's like that's why I love Velv. I love East Austin. All those places that have the kind of that intimate vibe. We're on East Austin tomorrow night. Yeah, well, this will be out already, but Kylie plugged that in the last episode, so that should be fun. We're doing this like advice show. You leave tomorrow. I was gonna say, I was like, I couldn't remember. We're doing this like people come and bring their like advice or work drama or relationship drama or things like that, and we have to riff off of it and give them not necessarily good but advice.
Yeah,
so that should be fun.
My advice won't be good.
No, mine either. Look at me. What am I?
It'll be advice.
It will be advice. I like that. I saw in her ad today. She was like, said that about it. She was like, I can't promise it'll be good, but it should be funny. Advice.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, Courtney came out to support for that. She changed her whole trip to be at Quinn and Friends. That's a slay.
I know. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I planned it for that weekend.
I know. That was so sweet of you. You're a big comedy fan, though. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I recently realized how long I've liked comedy. Like I grew up watching like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
And like I loved like Dane Cook's first special, or was it the first Vicious Circle?
Vicious Circle is a classic.
I know every word to it.
Me too.
Like, and
that was
looking
before
back,
he
I'm
went.
like, wow, yeah, he really fell off the deep end.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's so fun, it's so cool, and then even like Quinn was saying, it's such a cool group of people.
Yeah.
Like everyone's friendly, everyone's chill. Like it's so fun. It's so fun to be around and be a part of. Like it's the coolest thing.
Yeah, it's a little adult high school kind of.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, but in like not always in a bad way. That I feel like that always gets a bad rap. Like there is like drama about it, but there's also like there is that. It's like there was that like community like friends kind of thing of high school that I feel like it's.
No, and I agree.
You know?
I think it's in to a certain degree. I think it's like to any. It's like kind of like high school college thing.
Yeah.
Where it's and not like in a knock sort of way,
No.
but it's similar to high school in the sense of like you can tell who just is like enjoying being in high school.
Yeah.
And versus who's like trying to get into a good college.
Yes, that's a great analogy.
When it comes to stand up. And it's like there's nothing wrong with just enjoying being in high school. But it's like, I think, for me, it's like I want to get into a good college. So it's like being around other comics that also want to get into a good college.
The college
sometimes,
is Netflix.
Because sometimes it can be cliquey, but it's like, it's more, I don't think it's as much cliquey as like how much you actually give a fuck about it versus how much you just kind of like doing it.
Yeah.
And there's like nothing wrong with just like doing it. But I think because like for me, I'm like hitting my 5-year mark that it's just like, I want to get into a good college kind of thing with the scene. So
yeah, University of Netflix.
Yeah. Or Hulu or fucking
HBO Max.
Amazon Prime. I don't give a fuck.
Put me on Temu. I don't give a fuck.
University of where I pay all my bills.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to the university that pays us instead of paying to go there. That's what I'm trying to do.
Which scholarships and people that cared in high school got good scholarships. So I don't know.
Your first next Netflix deal, I'm going to say congrats on your scholarship. I'm going to remember this, and that's
Congrats
what I'm
on university. But yeah, I don't know. But that is the very cool thing about it is like people.
Well, it has that vibe of like, it's like you're meeting up with, it's like that like you said, that good part of college, high school vibe where it's like, okay, we're all out way too late being little stupid idiots, but then you're all like sharing this little thing that you love and this dream, and it's like supportive. And of course there's always bad eggs, but there's enough good eggs that I think, especially as there's been a lot of people that have come to the scene and you're kind of like, okay, this is whatever, and then there's people that are coming in that are really like making it fun, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Not even just like, of course, I'm not even talking about like, oh, they're good or they're bad at comedy. I mean, just like good people. Like I was thinking that I went to Kylie Troop's birthday last night, and I was telling her it was like so fun to see, like, because there is a little bit of like, I don't mean cliquey in a bad way either, but there's like groups of like, especially like hang out at certain clubs or things like that, right? And it's like you can have a comic that's having a party and assume who might be there kind of thing. And it was such a variety of people at her birthday thing last night that were like, I don't always see hang out together. And I was like, this is really cool because she hasn't been here that long either. And I was like, that's just because you're like a nice, fun person.
Right.
And I think more of everyone would get along if everybody just like did that. And so it was fun. It was cool. It was like people from all the different little like, people I don't see very often or whatever. It was fun to see. And I love that everybody gets together like that. Like she kind of like gave this birthday speech where she was like, I moved here a year ago. My last birthday I spent alone because I didn't know anyone. And it's so awesome now to be able to be like, they come out. Like I remember I was 4 months into comedy and we were barely friends. And that was the start of our friendship. You came to my fucking party at my house. Like, and now look. So it's really cool. I love the community of it for sure. Yes. Hello. Hello. God. We were saying good, nice stuff. That was crazy for him to react that.
Good.
We were that was wholesome. We were not even talking about sex this time. That was crazy. What is happening?
Are you
I have
around
ADD.
like the Nashville comedy scene a lot?
Not much. Honestly, most of what I've done has been on the road. Like we've done a lot of tour stuff. I think that this was our first big like condensed tour into 2 months. But yeah, a lot of the stuff we do is on the road, travel stuff.
Yeah, give yourself some flowers for that. I've talked about it before, but you just basically managed. As I would say, you were the tour manager for that, right?
Yeah.
A debut stand-up tour. That was a big debut tour. I mean, it's the one I came on and talked about here. So yeah, how was that?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think we did like 20 shows all across. It was mainly like East Coast and Midwest, but and like the Northeast. But it was so fun. It was really cool to see everything come together. It was a lot of work, but yeah, it was so amazing. And seeing everybody come out, comedy is so cool because one of my favorite things is after the shows, during the meet and greet, you'll see two people, and it's the person who already knew the comic and the person who had no idea who they were. And then after the show, you'll get people buying merch and they say like, I had no idea who this person was, but my friend brought me. And now I'm so excited to come see her again. So like, it's so cool to see the people that like love her so much go out of their way to bring a friend to then experience it too. And her fans are just the best. Like, I have not gone to any comedy shows that have better fans than what her audience is.
They're sweet people.
They're amazing. They're so well dressed. They tip their servers. They are quiet. Like, they're amazing.
Yeah.
They love her so much. And so it's so cool to see all of that come together.
Yeah, they were like, it was like a room full of people, and I really appreciated that from getting to do those spots. It was like they were, that was coming into, it's like a lot of them didn't know her as a comedian, right? So you had that kind of obstacle too with these clubs, but it turned out so well for that, because that could have been a scary thing. And especially you got to do some cool experimentation with bringing some pretty awesome comedians on. I'm not just talking about me, but like you guys had Amber Autry, like you've had all kinds of people come out and do the shows, and that's really fucking cool, first of all. But that like environment, putting them into like not technically comedy fans, they were all so like receptive. Like they were locked in and listening to me. It was like they were like, oh, Shannon approved her being here, so we're listening. Like, you know, and that was like, it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. And I think that's so dope that you had such a big hand in putting all that together, because that's a lot to manage. That was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts, but like honestly, I couldn't ask for a better person to work with. I love working with Shannon. We get along seamlessly. We travel so well together. I feel like that's a big block for some people, like traveling with people. That could make or break you.
Yeah.
But like we travel the same way. We're so easy to get along with, and it just makes it so nice.
That's awesome. How long? Because so you started out, you were doing her podcast. Obviously, that's what led you into being part of the tour and all that. How long ago did you start working for her?
I think it'll be either 4 or 5 years in September.
Yeah, that's a good like rapport build up for that too. Yeah, that's awesome. And you got to see that journey. I mean, just as a producer, that has to be. I mean, I give you flowers on that, but you should be proud of how much that's grown, because obviously that's like her personality and stuff too. But that's a lot of the behind the scenes credit for that too. Like the podcast has, I mean, it's like in the millions of downloads, right?
Yeah, I think we're getting. What's so hard is we've switched platforms, so I think we're probably close to, I don't know, 4 or 5 million downloads at this point.
Yeah.
Like, she's put so much work into it and so many years of like putting out consistent episodes. I think sometimes people underestimate the amount of work that goes into having a podcast.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and it's not just sitting down for an hour and recording and saying, "Oh, podcast is done for the week."
And especially when that's you know, I want this to become that, but right now this is we do this for fun and hopefully for pay at some point, but like that's a job for like, I mean, you're dealing with all the brands and all that stuff too. I don't think people really think about how much that is to like record all your ads and do all that stuff too. For both of you.
Yeah. So it's a whole, we have such a well-oiled machine at this point that it's seamless and it's so great.
Yeah. And that's your main, like your main project.
Yeah. I spend most of my time working with her for sure.
Yeah. That's awesome. I would imagine that has to feel so cool to have been part of something to grow that much. Cause you know, like I said, I remember listening to it when it was like not even on YouTube. And so to even just see how like different it is now and how much bigger and like the views on that and everything, like it's something to be very proud of. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited that we filmed the last 2 dates in Chicago, and so that special should be coming out soon, and I'm really excited for that to drop, because that'll be the first like big comedy thing that she really puts out that we work together on, and so that it's really cool to see.
You're doing the editing and everything for that as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We're kind of in like back and forth on the final right now. So
yeah. You're where's that releasing at? Are you allowed to say? Is it going to be YouTube?
It'll probably be YouTube. We haven't finalized stuff yet, so I'm not sure on dates and everything, but it'll likely be YouTube unless somebody wants to pick it up or something. We're going to send it out and see what we can get from it. So
YouTube specials that do well, I think, especially when you're at that level.
Because it's so accessible.
Yeah. I think for your first special to be able to put something out that everybody can see it.
Yeah.
I think that's so nice.
Instead of it being like selective to some like thing you have to pay for or something separately, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, congrats to both of you on that. Yeah. That's super cool. And you got to come out and see that show and see kind of the machine she was oiling. So you guys like traded little things there. She got to come see you headline. You got to come see her.
Just like running around like a little producer fairy everywhere.
Kieran kept saying that. She's like, every time I turn around, Courtney's just squatting in a different position with a camera, like somewhere, like checking things.
Yeah, my legs get a great workout on tour.
You're on it. You're like, I mean, you're a one-woman team though, and that's incredible. It's a lot. You wear a lot of hats when you're there.
I do. I love it though. Like I get bored easy. Like I want to have stuff to do. I want to be running around and doing stuff. Like I want to have a job all the time.
I love that.
Yeah. I know when we were doing the improv, I was like sitting with her and it's like someone's coming up to her asking her about light and sound, and she's like got a laptop up opening a different podcast episode while they're doing this, and she's like setting up the backdrop for the meet and greet, and I was just like, my head would explode. Yeah. Honestly, like that's the fun part of getting to be the artist or whatever, is we kind of just get to show up because of people like you. So I am grateful for that, because that's not my brain at all. Like just even editing this, I'm like, I text Courtney all the time and I'm like, your job is hard.
Yeah.
You do.
You're like, what do you do this?
I'm like, this is crazy. Like I have such little patience for it. It probably would help a little bit if I was like, you're not editing you.
Yes.
That's part of it, is I'm like, oh, like it's like to have to listen to yourself that many times is exhausting.
Yeah.
Like I get done with it and I'm like, I hate myself. Like, I'm like, Quinn's still funny. I'm not. Like, this is like, it's like by the time you're done with it, I'm like, oh my God.
I feel that when I'm on Shannon's, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you did have, was that your podcast debut?
Yeah. I've been on her show maybe 3 times now, but it's always like I'm on the show, but also listening to audio.
So you're doing both.
Cameras.
I was wondering.
Yeah. So I can't really like focus on.
Yeah. That's funny.
much,
Is this your first other podcast you've been on besides that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, hell yeah.
Look at us.
Dude, also unrelated, did you just go to China?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, so we just went on a trip we were there for 2 weeks. We flew into Hong Kong and we did Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Guangzhou. And so we went to like Disney in Shanghai.
That's
That was
awesome.
really cool.
Yeah.
The culture is crazy different. The lack of awareness of personal space there.
I've heard
Oh,
that.
I wondered.
I've heard that.
It stressed me out so bad.
It's just, there's just not their culture. Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved going. I loved the experience. It was so cool. We got to do so many amazing things.
That's how I feel like HEB feels, though.
It probably very similar.
Yeah.
No, but it was a lot of fun. We rode the Ferris wheel, and at the top, Haven said, "Hey, Mama, what would happen if I jumped out right now?"
Oh.
I said,
Oh, she's going to be fun.
When intrusive thoughts are starting real early with you, baby
Relatable.
girl. They must be hereditary. Oh, no.
You're like, oh, she got that from me.
Then she asked for a tail. I've never done that. And I said, no, absolutely not. I'm not.
Yeah.
No tails.
No tails.
No tails.
Yeah. That's funny.
We'll draw the line on that one.
Yeah. You're like, you can jump if you want, but not.
Yeah, maybe we will jump on that note. No.
Yeah. Well, that just means she's already, maybe she's going to have your fun little dark humor as well.
She likes like house music.
Oh my God, already?
Like she's gonna
'cause how old
be
is
a
Haven?
rave kid. Like it's crazy.
Oh.
5.
She's 5.
She has a tail and she likes house music.
Okay.
Yeah, like hard. Like when there's like a beat drop.
Okay, love, though.
She's crazy.
At 16, she's like, Mom, I need these pasties. This is it's coming.
I know. No, she's.
You
gonna
would be a
fun.
sick rave mom, though. I feel that.
I'd go with her.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
mean. I
That's the
could
only
see
way
it.
she's going is if
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
That is the rule.
But
That's incredible.
that's like a cool thing still.
Yeah.
How does
That's
how does she even find that music? Do you listen to that at all?
Well, so she has a Spotify account.
Oh, okay.
So like,
Okay, Queen.
we're a very music oriented
Yeah, yeah.
household. She's in piano lessons.
Gotta know
I
her
took piano
Wrapped.
as a kid. What'd you say?
Gotta know her Spotify Wrapped.
Oh yeah,
I would love to
it's,
know. It probably looks like mine.
It's interesting. She does love Taylor Swift,
Yeah,
so
same.
yes, she's a very new Swiftie.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just kind of let her scroll on Spotify because we let her cuss during songs. That's her favorite thing. But,
Yeah.
so we just let her scroll
As you should.
through and pick what she likes, and she'll come across like these kids playlists, and they're just nonsense songs that are
Yeah.
AI or somebody just made it up and it's not real words.
Does she like
And
Sabrina Carpenter?
She likes Jessie Murph. We're
Oh,
big
Jessie
in
Murphy's
Jessie
great.
Murph right now.
Jessie Murph is great. I
Yeah.
got really into her like a year or so ago as well. Yeah, that's great. Good taste. Taylor
Yeah,
Swift and
she-
Jessie Murph.
I know
We would have.
lucked
We would.
out.
Send me her playlist.
Yes, I'll hook you up.
Great. No, Courtney, you're so into music. It was so funny. Who was it that you just discovered the other day that I was like, Courtney?
Ooh,
were we
there were
talking
two. There were two, but then,
Well, I know I helped you
Gracie
find Gracie
Abrams.
Abrams. That one's not as
Yes.
shocking, but there was someone that me and Quinn were, I think, both talking about, and you were like, "Who?" That was the funniest shit to
Tate
me.
McRae.
No, it was someone like it was like they've been around a long time.
Yes, it's
And I was
it's
like,
in the
how?
top of my liked songs.
I was like, Courtney, what? You're gonna because I knew I was Lana Del Rey.
it was Lana Del Rey. Yep.
I was like,
I
it
started
was
listening
somebody
to
that
her
I knew Quinn would be like.
approximately 6 months ago.
Yeah. But I feel like also like she had like such a resurgence.
Yeah,
like
she
Lana
did.
Del Rey. Like I feel like unless you kind of got into Lana Del Rey, especially since we're the same age, unless you kind of got into Lana Del Rey when you were like 18 and like had a wild as fuck phase at 18.
Yeah.
Like you didn't, and then she got like fat and no one cared about her.
That's
and
true,
then
actually, that happened.
she's recently got Ozempic and then started dating her man from that's like half alligator or something, but and she's like had a resurgence, I think. But I think for like 4 years no one cared about her because she got fat,
Which is a bummer.
which I've been there.
I feel
I will
that.
never. One of my favorite Quinn quotes of all time was when we were on mushrooms one time, and Quinn was just like, "This is the most Lana Del Rey I've ever felt." We were sitting at Eeyore's birthday,
Yeah, Eeyore's birthday, and I was just avoiding
vibing
all the men,
on a blanket.
just
Yeah.
tripping balls.
I just remember us seeing that, like you had posted a song or something, and you're like, "Why am I just now finding out about this person?" And I was like, "Lana Del Rey."
Yeah, that was her. Nobody told me.
Yeah.
Nobody told me.
Everyone left me out.
Yeah, I feel like you're finding the sad girl ballad writers, Gracie Abrams, Lana Del Rey. I'm on
know.
it. That's my shit, sad girl shit.
Yeah, a mix of that and then big on Hinder right now.
Oh, I love revisiting
Hinder.
Hinder.
Yeah.
I went to see Hinder while they were like big, and it was
I'm
a
jealous.
dream. A dream. The amount of people who still though be like dancing to Lips of an Angel like a love song is wild to me. I don't get it.
Every time it happens.
Like this is a cheating song. I remember explaining that to people about that Follow Me song by Uncle Kracker. You know that song?
Yeah.
That blows people's mind too. I don't know listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, I don't know the words.
Yeah, there's like a very direct song in that line in that where he says, "I'm not worried about the ring you wear." Like, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And I've had people be like, "Oh, this song is so cute," and I'm like, "It's not."
It was on my dad's playlist.
I loved that song. Oh, I loved that song. Yeah, like literally, like.
Oh yeah, there we go.
It's a cheating song. I'm not worried about the ring you wear because as long as no one knows, then nobody can care. You're feeling guilty, and I'm well aware. You don't look ashamed, and I'm not scared.
Okay,
that's like the main thing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but it's a banger.
Rihanna had that 2008 was about cheating.
It really was.
Or 2000.
The 2000s.
Rihanna had that one song. It was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, yeah. That was a banger.
I've been big on the Jordan Sparks song with the footsteps at the beginning.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. What the hell was that?
What the fuck is that song? One step at a time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you remember "Stay" by Sugarland? That was a other woman's song too.
How could we
That
forget?
was heartbreaking. And that music video,
From a Table Away. Do y'all remember that song?
oh my god, who sings that?
Carly something.
Is it That's not Carly Pierce, right?
I think it is.
Is it? Because I feel like that's an older
I
song than
saw
her.
it all
Type in from a table away.
My
I
biggest
feel like-
heartbreak was the music video to Concrete Angel.
Girl, we talked about that. Is painful.
It hurts to this day.
They used to make music. They don't make music videos like they used to
Sunny
anymore.
They don't.
Sweeney?
They need to go back to that.
Sunny. Oh yeah, I would say it's older than Carly Pierce. She kind of has Carly Pierce vibes though. That makes sense. Yeah, that was a crazy song.
I knew who she was by the ring still on her
We just
hand.
turned this into karaoke for the last 20 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, let's just turn this into a karaoke podcast.
Yeah. No, I remember the Stay music video. All they did was have a close up on Jennifer Nettles' face while she sang with the most raw emotion for the whole thing. The back of the thing was black, and the camera is literally right here. And I sobbed. Like, it was just and I found out she writes a lot, but she didn't even write that. She was just going through something similar whenever that song got pitched to her, and so she literally was like wanted to do it in one take. Like, she was like had read it, and then she wanted to film it right away while she was like in the raw emotion about it. She did this whole interview about it, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, imagine having a song like that you didn't even write that you can emote that. It was sick. Concrete Angel fucked me up. Remember Whiskey Lullaby?
Yep.
That video.
Brad Paisley, love him.
I love Brad Paisley too, actually.
I don't. I think he's a twat.
Really? I loved him.
I love the music. I don't know him.
Yeah, I don't know much about him personally. Excellent guitar player.
Eric Church gets a lot of hate, and I like Eric Church.
Eric Church gets hate because he is a rebel. Like, the conservative country big bass doesn't love Eric Church, but he's a baddie. He's kind of got that Willie Nelson in him.
His voice is kind of annoying.
Yeah, but he's a badass.
I like him.
I like a lot of his music.
Springsteen's
a great song.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other one? What's like, it's like it's something about your love. What the fuck is that song called?
Yeah, that really narrows it down for a country song.
I know. I just blanked out really bad. I love your love the most. He's like, I love French fries and like all this different stuff, but he's like, but I love your love the most.
I know. It's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, thank you. This is poetry. Oh, you love like drinking beer on the golf course, but I'm glad.
Okay, well, me and Quinn did have a whole a whole segment of this one time that we dedicated to Toby Keith, R.I.P., which is which America's hero. But I literally was like listening to one of my favorite songs of his is "I Love This Bar," and I was just like cracking up. But I was like, imagine being the girlfriend. He's like, I like my truck, I like my girlfriend, but I love this bar.
I love this bar.
That's a banger. Beer for my horses.
It's my cat. That's how I feel about Frasier's.
Yeah, that's my dive bar song. Toby Keith was a legend. Would you listen to a lot of Toby Keith?
Yeah, that like Toby Keith. Those were like my school bus days.
Yeah, the
Lots of
9/11
country on the
jam
school
he
bus.
Yeah.
Put a
Yeah.
boot in your ass.
Yep.
Yeah. Love Toby Keith. R.I.P. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I just feel like in general. I mean,
Kelly Pickler.
Kelly Pickler was my
Oh.
shit.
Dude, I wonder.
Love her.
Oh, I feel like actually, never mind. I know.
She also went off the Trump deep end.
Deep end.
Deep end.
Because I wondered.
I loved her.
I loved her. I want because in like her and Taylor Swift to be best.
They were
friends.
besties. She was on like 3 years of her tour.
Yeah, and she was like they used to say they shared two halves of the same brain.
Yeah.
And like or the same brain cells kind of.
Yeah.
And they're that music video.
The Best
together.
Day. That's a great video. And that song is a great song.
And then I was like, what the fuck happened to Kelly Pickler? And then her profile, it's like the American flag, and like her profile picture, her eyes are like,
yeah, I was like, oh, yeah.
She face tunes them eyes up big
and
like an
she used
anime
to be so
character.
cool. Like I remember when she shaved her whole head because her best friend got cancer too.
Yeah.
Like I was like, she used to be dope, and then she went a little crazy.
Yeah, she's just like.
I also love that she did a big fuck you because she was on American Idol and she did Red High Heels as her own song, and Simon Cowell told her it's the dumbest song he's ever heard, so she made it her first single.
Yeah,
and that was
crushed.
cunty.
I love that song.
That was cunty.
Bet you think about me, don't you? Don't you?
Kelly Pickler.
I miss Mean Judges.
Me too.
They don't really have that anymore.
No,
Hey, go and kill Tony.
they want everyone to win.
That's where they have to go now. We should start sending singers to kill. Well, they do that already sometimes.
Yeah.
Never
should
mind.
not.
Don't do that. Actually.
Everyone always tells me I need to sign up again, and I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, I was just on a podcast this last week with these guys that were asking me a lot about, they obviously like searched my social medias and they wanted to talk about Kill Tony.
Yeah.
And they were asking, they're like, do you still sign up? And I was like, well, I've been working Mondays forever, and now I'm in the next month or so maybe not going to be doing that. And I was like, do I want to do it? And then I was kind of like, I had the experience I wanted to have, and I don't know if I really want to do it again.
Yeah.
Like,
See,
I think I'm
I
okay
didn't.
now.
I hated when I was on. It was like 4.
And that was like Vulcan, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 4 years ago. I had black hair, the weirdest set of my life. And like was high as fuck. I was like on an edible because I never got drawn.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
was supposed to work a shift. And
That's
then
how it goes.
the event got canceled. So then I was like, they gave me an edible to like make up for the fact that I drove all the way. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take it. And by the time I get home, it'll kick in. I'll be fine. And then one of the comics was like, oh, just sign up for. Are you signing up for Kill Tony? I was like, oh, I might as well. I never get drawn, so I'll just hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
Because I just moved here.
I was always scared of that when I went on days I didn't want to go. I was like, this is when I'm going to get drawn.
Yeah, and I was like, so I went and my name gets drawn, and I was like, fuck. And like, so they're asking me questions, and I'm like, but my thing is like with getting drawn Kill Tony, I don't really give a fuck what he says to me. He could say I'm the least funny person he's ever heard. But the second, if one of them called me fat, oh god,
well, that's basically the only roast I got was that I was catfishing people with my fitness job. So,
oh god. I don't even know what about me would be like, hey, you're a fucking fat freak. I'd be like, oh no.
My
Anyway.
biggest nightmare was like it ended up being like it's like not about what they were gonna say. I wasn't worried because that's also the theme of the show. Like you expect that, I'm like, if you talk shit about me, I don't care. My biggest fear was like that somebody that I actually like really respect, like a comedian I love, was like sitting there. Like I sit down, it's like fucking Nikki Glaser, and she was like, "You suck." I would kill myself. Like that's what I literally on purpose when I went up did not look at who was sitting there because I was like, I don't want to know until I was done.
I can't
and then Dave Attell's the sweetest man that I've ever met in my life, so I was lucky with that. But I was like,
Mine was
that
Tom
would have
Papa.
been mine.
Who
That's
was
sick.
also so kind.
Yeah, that would have been my biggest nightmare though, is to have just like my comedy idol or something just look at me and be like, terrible.
Yeah.
I would be like, all right, well, I'm quitting. That's sick. Nowhere to go from here except for the grave.
I don't think I would fare well on Kill Tony though. I don't think I have. I don't think that.
I think you could do well because you're a good comic, but I just don't. I think that's not what that is a determinant.
I don't think it's my demographic.
I don't think that's a determinant of that.
Here's the thing, and like I was talking to some people about it who are pretty affiliated, but I feel like it's either my material is either gonna be really the demographic or really not. Like I'm not gonna have an in between set on Kill Tony.
What I don't love is I feel that deeply because whenever I thought about going back, I hate that I have to put so much thought into what minute would do well there rather than just being able to be like, I'm gonna bring my best minute, because exactly what you're saying is, you know what I mean? It's like demo wise, like I did fine obviously when I did it, but now I'm like, it's exactly what I was just saying about you. Is like all of your shit is good enough to do well in a room, but it's like, is it going to do well in that fan base? And I'm like, I hate to have to analyze that and then be like, I don't like feeling like I'm like pandering to a type of audience, which I feel that way just when I have to go do a show in fucking New Braunfels. Like, it's the same kind of situation. It's like I was like, okay, I have to think about. That is part of being a comic, but I don't love that. I'm just like, I just want to do my material the way I would normally do it. So. It's cool. I mean, I'm not surprised that they wanted to talk about that, but I'm glad. I was a little nervous. I noticed a lot of people that they had brought on. I'm sure that's how they find some of the newer comics, is like from Skilling Kill Tony. And I was like, oh, I hope they don't want to just talk about this for an hour. Yeah. But which they didn't. They just asked me. They mostly wanted to talk about Dave Attell, which I'll talk about that man all the time.
I'm kind of lucky that I'm out. When people, I'm so far out of like a Kill Tony episode that I don't usually get approached based on Kill Tony ever.
Yeah. Mine's been 2 years ago and it's still asked a lot, which I mean I have it pinned on my page, but I've thought about taking that one down and just leaving my pick with Dave and Tom up as my pin one, because that still says what happened, but I'm like, it's kind of the same way. It's like people ask about it and I'm like, I don't know. I was fine, but I'm like those jokes are so old too.
Yeah.
Like I just reposted one of my Kill Tony jokes now because I'm just like even just the way I do it now is better, you know.
I feel that.
And I'm like kind of like what you were saying where you took that joke and you're getting to do your longer set that you haven't done
and
in so
it's
long.
more me. Like I've grown so much since I first started comedy. I was so uncomfortable, and I don't know. I like when I first started comedy, I like completely like wouldn't talk with an accent at all, and I like talked to the super high pitch.
You're like the Australian actors that have to come pretend they're not Australian.
Yeah, and I talked with like this high pitch because I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to do sports journalism, and so when I went to school, like you would have to like redo words if like you had hold on, I'll just like finish this up. Like when I first went to school, they're like, oh, you had to like speak clearly, which means like no accent, and then like a lot of times like for me to speak clearly I had to like make my voice a little higher because like my voice is raspier, so sometimes it's like people aren't dictating words. So when I started stand up I was so in that mode, so I would just like have like the worst like Disney princess horrible ass, and it just sounded so forced. And so like now I am more comfortable in my voice. But now what drives me up the fucking wall is when I watch like ESPN with my dad, and it's all these like people, like these like girls that are and guys are out there, they're like, yeah, and then they got an interception, and then I was like, how did you feel when you got that game winning touchdown? And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Where did you go to school? Like TikTok? Like
Yeah.
I pay student loans for them to tell me like no one can understand what you're saying, by the way. So I just sounded annoying as shit.
That's so funny. That's true. Sometimes it's like
And my
that's how
Kill
I
Tony
feel
episode sounds like that.
when I go to New Orleans. That's how I feel. I'm like, oh, what are you saying? Like the Cajun accent is so like I'm like that. It's that so fast with like just all these words shortened. I feel like it's so hard to understand sometimes. Like I'm just trying to order food and I'm like, what did you just ask me?
The Chicago accent too, like a real Chicago accent. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, can I tell you something about your set that's so funny? Is you did so awesome, but we were talking about it after somebody asked me and Peter like how it was, and we were talking about how you did really well, and I was like, Peter was like, her stage presence is really good. He's like, she's really perfected, and he loved it. Like he keeps doing that now. Things like, and I was like, is this the first time you've ever seen someone do that? And he's like, it's Quinn.
I love that.
You had it. It was well timed. You had well timed gestures to everything. It was really fun.
It was good.
I had to. It was like something. I like.
It paced you well. I feel like.
It's one of those like I have no patience.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of people like find something that like is like more of a gesture. Like there's a few people that I know that have like something where they like just
gives
take
you
a pause
for the laugh. Yeah.
And you can like mark your sets with it too.
Yeah.
I just had to find something. I'll probably change it over time, but
It was fun. I will say maybe like to the point you made about like 30 feeling easier than 15. I think that's part of it is because you feel like you have room to give that pause. Like I feel like sometimes it feels like when you have this as much material as like you've collected now that when you have like 15, it's like hard not to feel like you're rushing because it's hard to like pick. You're like, well, I want all this. I really want to do these jokes. And then I hate having to sit down and be like, well, there's not room for this one. And so you have a little bit more freedom to just like pace and flow
you don't want to
everything.
like steal the time for the room from somebody else. So it's like you just kind of breathe. And I'm like, oh, it's like it's your space, which makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. It was great.
mean, you still have to have like the time. I don't think people can just go up there and rant.
Right,
but,
for sure. Yeah. But being able to even just pause and stuff in those moments.
Being able to do new stuff and feel comfortable in it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really cool. I'm really proud of you. It was fun to be a part of. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for doing it. Thank you, Pat Dean, for
believing in us for some reason. Shout out that beautiful bald man.
I love Pat Dean.
Well, Courtney, so we'll kind of wrap up here in a little bit, but we were talking about you going to China and stuff. That's not like off kilter for you. You travel a lot and you bring your daughter everywhere, which is sick. Do you have any upcoming trips planned, or like what's kind of next for you professionally? Fun? What do you got going on?
Yeah. Let's see. Upcoming trips. I think we're gonna go to Mexico for my birthday.
Nice. When's your birthday?
Like August 17th.
Okay.
When's yours?
August 15th.
Oh my God. Were you born in 96?
97.
Okay.
Are you a Leo too?
You're younger than me.
You're a Leo as well?
Uh-huh.
You're like one of the least Leos I know.
It depends on who I'm around.
Okay.
It's only when I'm around people that I'm like really comfortable with.
Yeah.
Like if it was just us hanging out, yes.
Yeah.
In public,
I can see it now that you said it, but yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that when I first met you for sure. Do you know your rising?
Aquarius.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how you present to people that are not close to you. Yeah, do you know your moon?
I'll look at it on CoStar real quick.
That makes so much sense actually. Because that's like that's how you present yourself to people initially.
Co-star is how you know if a man's ever dated a witch. He
That's
shows
so
up
real.
on Co-star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Libra moon.
Oh, me too. I'm a Libra moon.
Yeah.
Love.
Well, look at that. We're both Libra moons. You're both Leos.
We all, and then like I'm a Virgo rising.
Yeah. Yeah. I only know my friend Lindsay that you've met, and then one of my coworkers, like the only actual Aquariuses I know.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, so you might go to Mexico.
Oh, yeah. Mexico for my birthday.
In bringing your daughter as well for that.
Yeah,
I think that I was telling
parents
her, we were talking about this drunk the other night, but I was like, it's so dope. There's so many people I feel like that when they have kids or especially young, they're like, I just like can't do any of this stuff anymore. And you bring her to all these sick places and you have these awesome, like she's gonna grow up to be the coolest kid. No wonder she's becoming a rave chick. Like that's so awesome.
Yeah.
She's 5 and she's probably already seen way more countries than I'll ever see.
No, like most people, she's gone to China. She's been to, we've gone to Mexico every single year since she's been born. She's been to probably 8 countries in Europe now. Like,
wow.
She travels so well. Like I couldn't ask for a better daughter that loves
That's
travel
amazing.
and loves to like, she's so easy to just go with the flow.
Yeah.
And it's so great. Yeah. But, so we're going back to Mexico for my birthday, just like a long weekend. And then we did get concert tickets to Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay.
And to go see T-Pain at Red Rocks.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm really excited.
Really
for
leaning
that.
into those 2000s thing. That was the theme
Yes.
today. I feel like that was our theme.
Yeah, it's T-Pain, Waka Flocka, and Ying Yang Twins.
That's incredible.
Oh, I love
At
that.
Red Rocks. That's going to be
Red
sick.
Rocks.
When is that?
Late October.
Nice. That's a beautiful time to go there too. We
Yeah,
went for my
I'm so
birthday
excited.
2 years ago and it was like September and it was so nice.
Yeah, it's such a cool venue. I've seen it. Like I've just gone hiking out at Red Rocks.
Yeah,
but
this will be
never
your first
seen it.
show?
Yeah, my first show there.
That's
so.
how I was. I had went and
I'm
visited
stoked.
it and then I was like, I have to come back here for a concert. It was on my bucket list.
Yeah, that's literally how I felt. I was like,
Yeah.
I must.
Yeah.
And T-Pain is.
I saw Flume there, so I
completes
could have
my
brought
life.
your daughter.
There you go.
I was on a lot of drugs. You would not want me to be in charge of your child during that
Just stay
time.
home. That's okay.
Or allegedly, I was on a lot of drugs. Allegedly. But yeah, that's exciting. We got any other projects coming up? I know you're working on a couple different things right now, but just kind of still working on your main pod, or
Yeah, the Shannon special should be out in the next month or so after this comes out. So
think you all tour
that'll be
again?
coming out. Yeah, I think that's the plan. She's due. She's pregnant right now. She's due in September. So I think she's going to take some time off, of course, to spend at home with the baby. But I think next year, we'll probably be on the road again doing something. So yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, if that happens, go out and see that, guys, and see Courtney's hard work. You can support her by hanging out and listening to this podcast, obviously. But you can see her hard work. That is, I don't know if we said it's probably a podcast. We said that before. And if you have any other things, do you want to plug your social? Do you share that or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
My Instagram's What's a Courtney.
What's a Courtney?
That's about the only
This
place
is
that
a
you'll
Courtney.
find me. Is me.
That's actually, it makes for such an easy, that's the whole episode is about you. And so I'm just going to name it that. What is a Courtney?
There you go. It's great for marketing for me.
What is a Courtney? It's like a Jeopardy game. This is the answer. But this is so fun. You're such an impressive person to me, and you have really done a lot for us with this podcast to help us get rolling and everything. So thank you so much for taking the time to come in front of the camera, because we've just talked about you so much. And, I'm very grateful for you as a friend and a professional little ear whenever we're like, what the fuck are we doing?
What's happening?
Yeah, of course. Well, also thank you for integrating me with so many people in Austin. I would not know I would know nobody but you here if you didn't introduce me to literally every single one of your friends.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, because you've been so welcoming and kind, and so have all your friends. So I would just really thank you.
No, you don't have to worry about it.
You just fit in our pocket too good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well,
Take
she's so small. I don't know why we all just got Southern for that. She just fits right in your pocket.
Yeah.
Take her anywhere.
My Southern accent is bad. That's what I just learned.
Y'all, but what's not small? I got some new titties.
Did you?
No, these are from Amazon. I got the best sticky bra from Amazon that I've ever
I was
bought
about
in
to
my
say I did
entire
not think
life.
you got a boob job. What the fuck?
No, it looks like I got a boob job.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Yeah, that's
have
why I was
an
like,
A-cup.
damn. Amazon?
Yes, Amazon.
just
I'll
go
send the
under?
link.
I'll
It's
send the
sticky
link.
to my boob and to the shirt, so it
Okay.
locks you in. I'll send the link. It's
Hell
really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
amazing.
yeah. Amazon titties. You can't beat that.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the name of
Dr.
this episode.
Bezos. Amazon
Dr.
titties.
Bezos.
I'm gonna do one of those videos. Have you seen those TikToks? It's for the girls, and it's a girl that says 300cc under the muscle.
Yeah.
Over the muscle. Dr.
Yeah.
Bezos.
Yeah, love that.
Whatever CCs.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Good, because I was about to say, I was like, I'm clipping this for the girls' sake.
No, seriously, everybody needs to know about it.
They need to know about
It's
it.
incredible.
They should. You're gonna have a sponsorship plug.
Yeah, there we go.
Send them our way. We'll have Quinn wear
Does
them
it
on here.
stick?
Yeah,
Like,
they're called Boombas.
I'm,
I'll
so
plug the
fucking
brand. They're called
sweaty.
Boombas.
Yeah,
no,
they get
me
sweaty.
too. I'm so sweaty. Sticky.
They don't get sweaty.
No, my back's really sweaty, but
Damn.
we're locked in.
All right, Bezos, slay.
Yeah.
To look these up.
Yeah, Boombas.
Maybe we can get them to sponsor the pod.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's get
Hit them up.
Work it out.
every episode, or just we have the lowest views on. This episode's brought to you by Boombas.
There you go.
Was it boom? Like boom?
I think so. BOOMBAS.
Hell yeah.
They came in a pink box.
I was thinking that. I just was like, figured it was just the V cut of your shirt when you came here. I was like, her titties be popping.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. I feel that deeply. We were talking about that the other day. Whenever I have had some friends recently that have gotten like their boobs done, and they've been like, I don't want anyone to know. I want to hide this. And I'm like, bitch. The day after I got my boob job, I was like, when can I go out like in a V-neck? I don't know. I just spent several
how
grand
long
on
is
this.
the healing process on?
It was like I was down and out for a couple weeks, but they also look insane for 6 months. Like it was
they're swollen.
Like they're just like.
I literally, when I unwrapped them a week later, because you have them wrapped up, so you can't really even see how they turned out really when you first come home, which is also terrifying because it just feels like there's boulders on your chest, so it feels crazy. And then I unwrapped it and I literally cried because I was like, what have I done? I was like so upset. I was like, I did not want to look like this, like, and it takes like 6 months for them to sit into how they're actually going to look. But it was like a month or two of them being that swollen. I have a crazy picture. I wish I had it to pull up. Honestly, I just showed it to Peter the other day. I was talking about this, and I was like, it's not of my tits, but I'm like in a Halloween costume, and it's like they are almost hitting my chin.
Oh shit!
It was crazy, and I was terrified. I was like, this is what I did, I guess. But it was like 3 more months, and then I was like, oh, okay, now nobody can even tell.
How long did you have them for?
I have had them since I was 21.
Nice.
Yeah, so I got them in 2012.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're like 12 years old. I got pre-adolescent tits.
Nice.
Love that.
I know they keep saying I was supposed to get them redone after 10 years, but they're still hanging, so I'm good. I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Well, I love to end the podcast on a titty note. That's always what better win can we have from that by shout out to all the beautiful titties out there, big and small.
Shout out to beautiful titties.
Well, yes, guys, follow Courtney. What's a Courtney on Instagram? She can find all the cool things she's up to there. Keep up with her fun travels. Like I said, you also have a cool podcast little support group on there that you share stuff.
Yeah, I don't post.
No.
Ever.
No, but that was cool. Like you've shared, like if anyone's interested in getting into some of Courtney's stuff, she puts equipment in there and everything. I'm going to plug it for you. It was pretty cool. I joined it and I was like, oh. Yeah, there's some like cameras and things like that. Because we'll tell you guys that watch, we were doing them in a lobby and it was it was beautiful because that was all Courtney's equipment that she has. So if you guys need any recs on that, she has a little link on her page.
Yeah.
It's fun. So check that out. And again, thank you so much for being here.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.